So I actually came in touch with Paromita last year. She was planning to send her students, that is from Harkadas PMC school, from grade 7 to my school in grade 8. And I really wanted, in fact, in the best interest of the students, for the teacher to actually move ahead with her students. Out of 160 students, we had 112 students who were absolutely new, and so was Paromita. So when Paromita students had also moved here, they faced a lot of this adjustment issues in terms of the expectation. What she was able to do really well was to kind of navigate through those issues really well and handhold the students even when they were feeling overwhelmed in the first month and a half or so. She was trying to do a lot of things outside of the classroom as well, which is understandable because she's coming from a government school. To be able to run your classroom well, sometimes you have to manage a lot of other things with the staff and the principal outside. Here I told her that her main job in the class is to teach to the best of her ability in one particular subject, and hence she chose humanities or social sciences as her area of expertise. We have students who are coming to us in 8th and 9th grade, but they are about 4 to 5 or 6 years behind their actual learning levels. And what that means is that sometimes in a lot of schools, social studies does not take priority. And we never wanted that to be the case. What we are saying is that what Paro and I agreed on was that when we are teaching the students, what we are trying to tell them is that they can choose arts or humanities as a future option, not because they didn't get good marks, but because they enjoy learning it here. She doesn't really want them to choose a particular career option just because they didn't really have choices. Especially in the case of if she is teaching social sciences, then how does she make social sciences or arts or humanities as an aspiration kind of a subject for the students? She really wants the kids to be able to kind of make that as a choice. Second is, how do you make them more articulate and self-aware? Third is, in terms of critical thinking, are they at the level where they can, analyze and dissect a text, which is far above their level of capacity, and yet be able to kind of comprehend some sense from it independently. We never kind of thought about what would happen when they reach 25 years of their age. I don't think that we sort of thought about it on those fronts. But the way we thought about it is the time that we have with them is about 2 to 3 years. During this time, what kind of experiences and activities do we want to expose them to so that they develop these skill sets? She's found a way to reach out to every single student, which means she's teaching 110 students, all the new students who joined us. She's managed to reach every single student. What that means is that she's planning at 4 different levels. 2 levels in grade 8, 2 levels in grade 9. And though the implementation of the content is happening in such a manner that none of them are in sync. She's been exceptionally good in terms of planning, right? Both the long-term planning as well as the smaller bits of planning, that is your unit or the weekly plan. So the content may have kept changing or the units might have kept changing, which is possible only when you're absolutely clear about what's the big picture. So I think she does have that. She definitely has that. What she needed more support or understanding or discussion with was how to go about doing it. And that's where her effort in terms of finding the most relevant content beyond the textbooks came in. She's been designing her own units all through the year. I think what drives her most is her own, her reflectiveness about her own lessons, about the things that she was not able to do. That just propels her to go back home and do that better the next day. And she would sort of seek feedback. Did this go right today? Did you see the evidence of this happening in the classroom or not?